Goody everyone, this is Dayhawk bringing to you episode 63 of Shaman King 01. The 180 beads are broken and the Yoh Yohs they're down on their luck because as the last episode, especially when you had the theme music in the background, you assume that Hao is finally being defeated. But then that smile of his and the breaking of the beads pretty much and literally knocked everybody out of orbit. And so with the blast, it knocked everybody out. And there were at least maybe, I know Ren was attacking Hao head on. Not sure about, I don't remember if there was another one, but in this particular scene, Ren gets up and fights Hao head on, but he ends up getting burned. And poor Anna, she is down on her luck. Yoh is presumed dead, and the beads are destroyed. All the while, you see the Team Iceman and the Lily 5 holding off these rogue shamans who wants a world where Hao is Shaman King. So there's a battle there, while people in Patch Village are just forced to watch this unfolds, and Yomei knows that the beads are destroyed, and he's thinking that this could be the end. It's game over. And Silva, Kareem, and Manta, they're helpless as well. And then Ren gets knocked to a pillar. Faust and Lyserg, and again they keep coming back, but they're getting knocked down. And Hao was like, you do you guys know that you have no chance in hell of beating me? Do you really want to avenge Yoh's death here? And here's the part where Hao did not expect. Lyserg is yelling at Hao, saying that Yoh isn't dead. And Ren is saying that he isn't here no matter what, so he's pointing at his heart. Everybody is telling Hao that he isn't dead. He is here with us, fighting with us. And you see this badass shot of all of them rising up again and standing up, and Hao is starting to get very frustrated now. He's getting angry. So now things are turning a little bit, and with their responses you get to see Yoh's hands starting to react. And then Hao is pissed off. He's still beating up the Yoh Yohs, and he's not doing so good, believe it or not, because as much as he is blocking and try to throw fireballs and get hits of his own, they're dodging his attacks. They're dodging, and the Yoh Yohs give him credit. They're having, even though they're having a difficult time, it still feels like they have some sort of chance against him now that Hao is getting very pissed off and now sloppy. He's getting sloppy, and at the very end, Ren, he's cool. I have to say he's cool in this scene, because he, at the very end, he says, it will work out somehow. And that's usually Yoh's catchphrase. It's not really a catchphrase, but that's his go-to. Like if things go wrong, it's like, okay, yeah, things are crappy right now, but it'll work out somehow. And Hao is livid, and all of a sudden he feels like a strong jolt within him, and back inside Hao's soul you have again Yoh drifting away, and you can hear Amidamaro trying to cry out to him. And then all of a sudden we get the scene where he's transported into what it looks like to be his room. An alarm is starting to ring, and he taps on the alarm, try to shut it off. Then all of a sudden he gets up. He is alive, folks. Yoh is alive and well. Everybody was shocked. And Yome felt his presence. Everyone was like, hey, Yoh is back. Yoh is alive. And of course, Hao is like, how can this be? How in the hell is it possible? And Yoh was telling Hao that, I'm back. Shall we continue where we left off? And before he does, Anna comes in and gives him back his headphones, and this cute moment here where she says, welcome back, and he says, I'm home. I'm home. And then this cool scene of him just going at Hao like a rocket, and of course Hao blocks it. And Hao was like, how in the hell are you here? And it's because this is the place where I belong, And here is my assumption of what possibly happened. Because back when the Yoh Yohs were telling Hao that he's not dead, he is alive, he lives within us, he's with us right now, I think the power of belief and friendship is what brought Yoh back. As cheesy as it is, as cheesy as it sounds, I think that's what happened. The cry for his friends, and the friendship, and just family, and in the place that he belongs wants him back, and that's what happened. And so he got saved by Chocolove, because as he was like slowly falling in what it looks like, and all his friends like, what took you so long? We were worried about you. And no, I'm okay. And Ren was like, how long are you gonna continue falling? And that's when Chocola comes in and saves him. And and now you see Yoh leading the charge, and all the Yoh Yohs are assembled, and Hao again, he is angry, he is pissed, he doesn't accept Yoh's existence at all, and he is being sloppy right now. He's being sloppy. Now the tables have turned, because remember in the last episode the Yoh Yohs were angry, they were pissed off, and they were easily creamed by Hao. But now that the tables have turned, he's getting sloppy, he's getting frustrated, he's getting angry. And back to the forest, reinforcements came in, and the rogue shamans ran off. And then back to the fight, Hao is having the most difficult time trying to drive back the Yoh Yohs, but he is getting sloppy, and he had a timeout. And this is the part where Apacho comes in, and she was worried about him. She even said that I never seen you this angry and frustrated before. What's going on? This isn't you. And Hao lashed out at her, and he was like asking, like, just when was I angered by these pests? And you can see from his face he is livid. I think it was less of the fact that Apacho was asking him, like, I never seen you angry before, like, this isn't you. He's more angry at the Yoh Yohs because they're giving him a hard time, and he never expected that they will go on this long. But he lashes out at her, and this is like one of the, like, not the saddest part, just one of the saddest, that Apacho just runs off, because you've seen the relationship between her and Hao, and you see all these cute moments. She's always together with him, and Hao always been kind to her. I'm not saying that he was cruel to any of his followers. I'm not saying he was that cruel, but between him and Apacho, they had a different relationship, and Hao sees in her like she is not gonna betray me, she's not gonna question me, and everything will be okay. But I don't know, it's just that scene just not necessarily bring a tear dripping from your eyes, but it's like, this is sad, and Hao just lost his only friend, and he has a moment there, he has a sad moment right there, but then he just went cuckoo crazy at this point. He summons the spirit of fire, and instead of launching himself against the Yoh Yohs and just wiping them out, he goes directly at the great spirits, and he ends up succeeding. You see how all, like, almost like flying, going crazy, spirit of fire, eat the great spirits, get in there and do your thing. And he does. The spirit of fire goes inside, and you hear the screams and the howls. You can hear it, and everybody was shocked. Like, this is not, like, they didn't know that Hao was like gun ho, like went for it, and then the spirit of fire just comes out. He's all in gold. He's in giant mode, and he is right now unstoppable, because now that he has eaten the great spirits, he's easily slaughtering everybody. And as much as they were trying their best to make some sort of dent, everybody's been knocked down again. And the last man standing is Yoh, and he had the last word to say before this episode ends, and we will head to the final episode, is that I will take you down. And he ends up flying, and you see in the final scene Hao and Yoh, and that's the end of the episode. Yeah, it's getting intense, guys. It's getting intense. And it was the power of friendship and belief that brought Yoh back. And it all seemed lost until he came back. And then Hao was getting frustrated and angry. He lashed out at poor Apacho. He went crazy. Now he has the great spirits now. So how will the Yoh Yohs defeat him now? Well, we'll find out in the last episode. anything. Did I miss anything? Did you like the episode? And if you've seen it and you dislike it, how would you change it? And just write everything down on the comments below. And give a like and subscribe. And what did I think overall about this episode? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And, well, I will see you on the final review of Shaman King 01. And I'll see you all on the other side of Oblivion. Johnny!